Hey, it's Jaime with Echo Real Estate Advisors. Welcome to the channel that provides actionable content to help your business grow. Don't forget to subscribe, as every month I give away one of my Facebook, Google, and YouTube courses away for free as a thank you for being a subscriber. All right. One of the biggest questions that I get is, Jaime, which landing page software should I use? Which landing page generator should I use? Do I get a traditional WordPress website? Do I get a Wix website, Squarespace website? The answer to that is you can get that for free. You can absolutely get that for free. Now, full disclosure, I use a mixture. I use a mixture of free and I use a mixture of paid, just the way that my business works. So I do like to provide as many free resources as possible. So I'm going to share with you 3 different landing page softwares or 3 lead capture software that captures your leads. But then I'm also going to show you some paid, or the version that I use, landing page generator that I use, just to give you some different options. Just know that you don't have to pay hundreds of dollars per month to get the functionality of capturing somebody's information. That technology, that availability, that is out there for free right now. Just know that it's available. If you're trying to be sold on, hey, this is the best landing page generator in the history of ever, and it's gonna cost you $300 a month. Not so much, not so much. So let's just look at the purest, simplest way for you to get somebody's information. Keep in mind, if you don't have that contact, if you don't have a exchange or the ability to have an exchange, then you don't have a business, especially if you're a real estate agent. So, i.e., if you don't have leads, you don't have money. That's just the reality of it. So, how do we solve for that? Whenever you're advertising your services, whenever you're advertising your listing, whenever you're advertising anything, the simplest way to get somebody's information, so somebody to talk to you, is to ask for it. So whenever you run your ad or you post something online, all you do is ask. It's like, hey, this house has 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, 2,300 square feet, located in X, Y, and Z. For more information, contact me at 972-695, blah, 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 blah. Or for additional information, text me at 972-695, blah, 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 blah. Or for more information, email me at jresendez@echorealadvisors.com. Simply ask. We didn't talk about landing pages, we didn't talk about websites, we didn't talk about anything else. We simply made a post, or we simply made an ad, and we asked for it. We asked for your information. At that point, it's on the onus of the interested party. If they're interested in that house or interested in your services, they reach out to you. And by them reaching out to you, whether that's an email or a phone number, what do you have? You have their email or their phone number. That simple. So you're asking for it. That is the purest way to do this. When I say purest, I mean less complicated. I don't necessarily think it's the best way, or don't think that it's the best way. Just sharing with you, we didn't have any talk about landing pages. So let's have that conversation right now though. We have landing pages or websites, lead capture, to try to frame the correct terminology. So we have lead capture, we have to have the technology where we can display who we are, what we're about, why they should use us, and all that fun stuff, but we also want a highway that they can use to give us their contact information that gives us permission to reach out to them. So we want that lead capture. I don't know why I put lead campaign. So we're gonna put lead capture here. And this is where you get the fancy terminology of funnels. This is where you get the fancy terminology of lead pages, landing pages, what have you. So essentially what you're after is the ability to capture somebody's information, that highway. And you can do the free, which I'm going to show you various iterations of that today. And then you can also do the paid. Now, for the paid version, I'm going to spend a very brief amount of time there just to give you my perspective on it. If you want the full resources, they will be linked in the description below of the comparisons between all of the paid lead capture websites. So if you're interested in that, check that out. It's in the free resources. I give a breakdown of cost, I give a breakdown of capabilities, I give a breakdown of functionality and everything of the like. So there's a total of 6 that I compared. So you're gonna wanna check that out if you're leaning towards the paid version. But for the focus of our video today, we're sticking with the free. Again, we can do the ask, which is what I mentioned a few seconds ago, or we could go down the lead capture route where we're presenting ourselves, we're presenting a message and giving the opportunity for the person that's on the other end to exchange their information with us, i.e. become a lead, which gives us permission to reach out to them. So let's check that out. First way, very simple, use the lead campaign on Facebook. So if you're running Facebook ads, you're familiar with this. This is a lead capture campaign where before you launch your campaign, you have to create a form. Think of the form as that landing page. Think of the form as that lead capture. Think of that form as your funnel. Just think of a way that they're gonna exchange their information with you. So you don't have to go to a third party and create a lead capture. You don't have to go anywhere else. You can stay on Facebook and your clients will stay on Facebook filling out their information. So this, for all intents and purposes, becomes your lead capture. Now, again, I do have to make sure that you understand this, that this is a leads campaign. When you're running ads, you can run about 10 different types of ads. You can run traffic campaigns, engagement campaigns, message campaigns, conversion campaigns, brand campaigns, impression campaigns, all that fun stuff. But this is exclusive to the leads campaign, so you can only run this type of campaign. So if you're thinking, I'm gonna run a conversion campaign and set up a form, stop thinking that because you cannot do that. All right, so what you would do is just title it up here. I'm just gonna put title for the sake of it because we have some other resources to get to. And then you can put more volume, which a form that is quick to fill out and submit a mobile device, or higher intent, add a review step that gives people a chance to confirm their info. So it's like that double entry. Don't do higher intent, it just doesn't make sense. But before we go there, you can go to settings and you can leave it open to where when you're running your ad, people can actually share it and all that fun stuff. So I wanna make sure that you do that on your forms. Then you start creating your message. You can create the headline as you see over here. You can create the image from the ad. Keep in mind, this is after people have clicked on their ad that they can, on your ad, this is where they input their information so you can use the exact same ad from your image, and I would suggest that you do so as not to confuse people. You can have some additional information in the paragraph. You can ask some questions. What's your name? What's your email? What's your phone number? X, Y, and Z. What's your address? Or anything else that you want to add. A privacy policy, you do have to include a privacy policy. If you don't have one, get one. If you don't have a privacy policy, you need one just in general. And there are a lot of templates out there that you can use and link them up to your website because you will be required to put that here. As far as the thank you screen, again, it operates very similar to a landing page where you have the main page and they have a thank you page. Once they submit their information, then you get the thank you page. You saw this change over here where if you're back on the form asking questions, this is your landing page. All of this gets filled out. If you add questions or anything of the like, this will keep growing. On the thank you page though, you see it switch. You can also adjust it, thank them, and redirect them wherever you want. But this is the end of the line for them. At this point, you have their information. So first one, Facebook forms. And again, it comes from a lead campaign. Let's go on to the second resource. The second resource is Total Expert. What you're seeing here is an example of a listing that I had where I just created a Total Expert website that is a single property website, directly links to my MLS, and then also is a lead capture for me. Down here, you can see if you would like some additional information about this particular property, because it's a single property website, fill in your information and let me know about it. Now, there is a capability of you locking this to where when you land on this website, it can be locked and all of this information is hidden from the person, and are forced, it's called a forced registration, are forced to register their information. So if you don't give me your information, I'm not going to give you the rest of this property's details. In this particular campaign, I did not do that. I just wanted to get the message out there. So I left it open to have people review the information, see what was being sold and all that fun stuff, and giving them the opportunity at the bottom, so you can see what it looked like, to give me their information and reach out. So know that that is out there, and this is absolutely free. Now I'm going to give you the downside to this. Total Expert, as far as I'm aware, you need to have a co-brander. You need to have a lender sponsor you or extend an invitation for you to get on their software. As far as cost, to me, it's free. Now, the lender that gave me access to this, I really haven't done any deals with him. This is something that he offered up, and I checked it out for a while, and it works. It works fantastic. But I know that when I reached out to Total Expert to try to get a direct connection myself, they weren't making that available. Now, this was several months ago, so if you are thinking about using this, then reach out to them, see if they have a paid plan or anything like that. But as far as I'm aware, this doesn't cost any money. At least it doesn't cost me any money. And it would be, again, the downside is that you do have to be attached to a co-brander, somebody that extends this invitation to you so you can use the software. But just know that it would be coming from a lender that is not necessarily with Total Expert, but they are associated with Total Expert in some way. So there's multiple lenders. I can't necessarily speak too much about that, so I suggest that you reach out to Total Expert and see which lenders have that capability, or ask how you can have access to this software, because again, it ties in directly to the MLS. You have a single property website, and then you can also use the lead capture format, which is pretty neat. Now, third, there's more for your seller leads. Cloud CMA. Cloud CMA is a free, and I should have said free in quotation because it comes with my association dues, but Cloud CMA is something that through my association, I can have access to it for free. Again, free because it's embedded somewhere within the dues. However, I don't have to pay directly to Cloud CMA a percentage, or not percentage, an amount to have access to this, where this ties in and people can put in their information, then put in put in their home address and get a very, I'm gonna say simplistic at best, guess, it's all over the board, a CMA that requires a good amount of interpretation. So if you're new to Cloud CMA, know that the CMA that comes out, this free comprehensive home report, although it is free and one can say it's comprehensive, it's not very easily understood. It does require some interpretation. So what it's gonna spit out is more factual information than interpreted information, if that makes sense. So actually, I like that because it provides instant gratification for the people that type in their information wanting to know how much their home is worth. It provides that, but it also keeps me in the mix, so I can reach out. Hey, I understand that you requested this comprehensive home report. Sometimes I find that my clients don't have the time or don't necessarily understand what it's all about, so I'm reaching out as a service. Does this make sense to you? And then just go on and have a conversation with them. So it's not a bad thing that it's not very intuitive, nor that it gives you too much information that is interpreted, because that's what you're there for, right? So that provides the opportunity awesome thing is that it's absolutely free. I shouldn't say absolutely, it's free. But there you go, you have the Facebook forms, you have Total Expert, and then you have Cloud CMA. So those are three software that provide you the opportunity of doing lead capture. Now, I mentioned that I would briefly cover the paid version of landing pages or lead captures, as I mentioned a few minutes ago. And the one that I use is ClickFunnels. The reason that I use ClickFunnels is because of the flexibility that it gives me. There's just so much adjustments that I can make. There's just a lot of things that I can do with ClickFunnels as far as creating a membership site, as far as sharing my templates with people, as far as the design, as far as support. There's a lot of resources that I can call upon. There's a lot of benefits to using ClickFunnels. Now, if you want the entire breakdown, check out the link in the description where I give you the breakdown between lead pages, ClickFunnels, Instapage, and various others that are paid software, that are paid lead capture software to make your decision. At the end of the day, it is use whatever works best for you, use whatever is within the budget, of course, but know that you don't have to get to the paid version. Just understand that you do need a highway for people to communicate with you.